Alright guys, so I just shot the biggest buck that I've ever shot, and the craziest thing happened. Something that's never really happened to me before. Once I got down, I took my time, gave him, some good time, maybe like an hour and a half or something like that. And I thought that I'd gotten a pretty good shot, so that's more time than I've given others when I've done what I thought was the same kind of shot, and they've been, dead, not very far from the shot. So I was following the blood trail, and this blood trail was one of the easiest I've ever followed. It wasn't like a ton of blood, but it was a good flow of blood, but it was just easy to follow it. It was very vibrant. There was always the next spot. Like, you never had to like try to find where's that next spot. It was just always like, he just kept going. So I got to where the buck was pretty quickly. As I walked up, I didn't see the buck yet. I was just looking down the blood. And 8 to 10 yards away, he just stood up and did a few leaps away from me. And I couldn't tell if he dropped again somewhere back there or if he kept hopping because I just couldn't hear. I don't know. I'm hoping he stopped again and died right there. I really don't know. But it shocked me to see him bound away, because following that blood trail was as easy as it was to follow, and the way the blood looked, I honestly thought I was going to walk up on a dead deer in a similar place where I've walked up on dead deer in the past, and I just can't believe that he got up. So definitely felt devastated. Tried to cut him off around the corner of the woods and get another arrow in him, but once I went around, I kind of went through some really thick stuff, and it started to ring a bell that I'm getting in really close proximity with a wounded, huge buck. It's probably not a great idea, but if I could see him down a little ditch or something, I was going to try to get another arrow in. And I never saw him. He could have been right there somewhere, or he could have gone further. So I just felt kind of helpless at that point. Didn't want to keep pushing him if he's not dead. And from the way he bounded off, like, he was definitely hurt because he let me get 8 to 10 yards of him. But the way he bounded off, I just don't know if he actually died right after. It may take some time. So I called a tracker. He's coming to help me out. I should get here around 2, he said, and he's bringing his bloodhound. He helped my brother track a deer last year. He's a great tracker. His dog is incredible tracking dog. So I'm excited they're coming. I'm nervous out of my mind because for me, it's the biggest buck I've ever shot. So I'm hoping that it's going to be dead when we get to it. But we'll see what happens. So I recovered the arrow. I called my brother, got the number of the tracker that had helped him. Called him. He came. His dog started smelling the arrow. I immediately had a good feeling about it. His dog led us literally straight to the deer. He never even slowed down. We spotted blood as we went. And what happened next was pretty incredible.
Oh yeah, now I see Bill. I guess coming to you live here. Just walked up on this buck. He looked like he was alive. We got another shot in him. About to go in here and see what's up. Let's go, Roman. Let's go. Oh, he's still alive, man. He's still alive. So let's hang on a second. All right, God bless. Hang on.
So we were able to get another arrow in the deer, and he didn't even move a muscle. He was already close to passing, but it definitely helped speed up the process, and we were able to get up on him. So honestly, one of the most adrenalating moments I've ever had. As soon as I grabbed the buck's antlers to have a picture taken, he thrashed his head back and forth one more time before he passed. And it just showed me what a powerful animal this was, and I felt truly blessed and thankful to God for allowing me to recover this deer.
Roman, coming to you live here. Roman, what do you think? I was not as crazy as yesterday, but right about there. Good job, boy. That was a short one. We love them like that. This guy backed out, and it makes it so much easier, and so much easier. Real tough animal, gorgeous, big old neck on him, and this was a liver shot, so And we came in here at like 6.5 hours. I figured we'd have to kill him, and it was just like I thought. We could get up on him. And we put another arrow in him, and he actually didn't move, which made me think maybe he was dead, but he wasn't. His head was up, his eyes, just liver shots. One that a lot of people lose a lot of deer on. They just don't understand. I mean, 6 hours minimum, and you can get a peek at them, and their heads are still up. I could tell we could just go ahead and get him finished off instead of going 10. Anyways, there goes Roman. He's going to try to cover everything up. Anyways, God bless.
Hey guys, today we ended up getting that buck that I was talking about earlier. He had come down here, bedded down, was bleeding. I jumped him up, he took off in the woods. I didn't know what to do, and so I called an awesome tracker that my brother had used last year, and he gets deer every single day, him and his dog. This is Russell Butcher, and what's your dog's name again?
My dog's name's Roman. What we had here was a back shot, missed both double lungs, but I'd rather get solid liver than one lung, because the one lung deer is really terrible. Sometimes they live 2 weeks and sometimes survive. So based on the deer being jumped and us waiting till about 2 p.m. to come in and look for him, the deer was still alive like I thought. He was expiring. He didn't really hear us. He was in, all the blood was on his lungs. And we got another arrow in him. Had to go femoral artery, waste a little meat, but I wanted to try to get him ethically put down. And then about 8 minutes later, snuck up with him with a knife and got it in his lungs. And really tough animal, utmost respect. Beautiful whitetail, and this one's going to be some good meat. And just blessed to be a part of this adventure. And God bless the whitetail. We love them.
Absolutely, and if you guys ever need a great tracker here in maybe, do you do Gwinnett and Walton area? Or?
I go anywhere. I'll go 2 hours out.
2 hours out from here, this area, Gwinnett, Walton, and 2 hours out. One of the best trackers out here. Awesome dog, awesome man. So y'all check him out, Russell Butcher.